Morning, AJ. Can you hear me? Great, thanks. Good morning, Yesenia.
Good morning.
How are ya?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, me too.
Yikes.
Sorry.
All right. Good morning, everyone. How's it going? All right, good morning. Before we start on our mini project today, I want to know if there was any homework questions, like on the more homework that you were stumped on or had any trouble with. Everybody do fine with the more homework? Because I don't see, it was out of 35 points and I only see 3 35s, which means it was problematic, right? Because you can keep doing these problems till you have them 100% correct. So is there any questions on more that you were super stuck on or you found annoying?
Um, I don't think so. I mean, I know like I kind of got like confused on just like it was like the wording in the problem with like the standard deviation. It was like which one was like like lower or higher or something. It was like comparing stuff like
Oh,
prices,
okay.
but like it was just a little confusing. But then I like kind of understood it when I finished it. I
Then you
mean,
figured it out. Okay, I'm just going to look through and see if I can see that type of question. Where it's like something like, suppose you wish to invest money and are trying to decide which of the two companies to buy stock in. Is it that one where it said, should it be the one with the smaller standard deviation or the larger standard deviation? That kind?
yeah, it was like one of those. I think I got that one pretty easily.
Oh, and another
But there
one
was
was
like
asking
two.
about a bank. Let me see what else. A payment plan with a utility equalizer plan. So if there's ever ones that you're unsure of, is there a button that says ask my instructor? I feel like there is because I think a couple of you have sent me some. Okay, I had one student in my other class send me one. We don't have to do it. We can if you want, but it's not a question that I would ask you on a test. And I'll explain to you why it's kind of complicated. And I'm sure some of you are like, then why'd you put it on our homework? Well, sometimes we ask you questions on homework that are not going to be on your test. So to see how much you know, but this one in particular is kind of annoying unless you have a graphing calculator. And I'll show you why. By the way, this quote from Nelson Mandela. I love this quote. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. I think that's a great quote. We'll do T-shirt Tuesday in just a minute, but I just copied the exact problem from Moore that a student in my other class said she struggled with. So it was 50 high school calculus students, and it's the age of each student. As you can imagine, a lot of students have the same age, right? Because if it's in a high school class, there's many that are young, 15 and 16, but a lot of them were 17 or 18 in that class. And it asks you to find the standard deviation and give your answer to at least 3 decimal places. If you have a graphing calculator, it's fine because you can put your data points in one list, your frequencies in the other list. But if you're just using the stats app, you don't have that option, right? Because you can only have one list. So you literally have to go, okay, I'm going to type 15 twice. I'm going to type 16 once. Now I'm going to type 17 23 times. And then I'm going to type 18 24 times. Not very fun, right? So if you got stuck on this problem, it might be because you don't have a graphing calculator. You can do it by hand, but that's even yuckier, right? So we can try it. Does anyone need to see this, or you can bully your way through it? And this is not on the test, right? I won't put a frequency one on the test. If I make you find the standard deviation, it'll only have a few points where you could use the stats app, or you could do it by hand, or you could use the calculator. Dom, question.
There was there was a question on more that was like, it was like a frequency chart just like that, but then for the data value, it didn't have a number. It was a letter. It was like N, I think, and then like the frequency of N was like 34. That one was giving me trouble. I didn't even know where to start or how to like go about it.
Let me look that one up, Dom. So, and it was on S4, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Because I can look at all the problems it gives you. I'm looking, Dom. It's just taking a while to scroll through there. I don't see one like that in your homework, like in your S4 that I'm looking at right now. I can see a problem just like this one.
I remember it. It was like it. I think it said N like as your, what is it, like your population or whatever. It's like you plug it into your formula and you subtract it from 1. I think that's what it's saying, like N equals the total.
But it wasn't in this table.
It was like in a like in an X, like in an X and Y type thing, like table.
I think it's question 13.
Okay, let me look. Question 13. Find the range in the standard deviation given the frequency table. 6, 7, 8, 12, 14, 20, 27. All N is 35. It's telling you what the sample size is. That's all it was telling you. I'll show you.
Oh,
Share
okay.
my
I thought it
screen.
was actually part of like the data value.
Nope. It's
That was
telling you,
just
remember, N is the size of the sample. So it just summed to those for you. Instead of saying there's 50 calculus students, it just told you N was 35.
makes sense. Makes a lot of sense now.
Okay, good. Any other questions, concerns, problems? By the way, as far as I know, if anybody wants to go check one of these out from school, you can. Somebody in one of my classes has it checked out from school, but I think it's in my other class. You can rent them. I don't think they charge you. You just have to bring it back when you're done with the semester. So if anybody's interested in getting a graphing calculator like this from the library to use the rest of the semester, you can, if you're tired of using the app. Okay, any other questions, concerns? All right, so what I have planned for today. Oh, we better share our shirts. Anyone have a shirt they want to share? I see some sweatshirts out there. It must be chilly. I didn't think it was cold when I went for a walk this morning and my hands were freezing. I was fine, but my hands were really cold. So I don't think we're going to be cold much longer. Right? Olivia, what's your sweatshirt say? Anything fun?
I'm just wearing a Raiders sweatshirt.
Nice. Amari, what's on your sweatshirt?
It's like a baby with a baby angel with a crown on it.
That's a very interesting shirt, Amari.
Yes, thank you.
My favorite is when I ask what's on your shirt and half of you don't even know what shirt you're wearing. You like look down like, I don't know, what shirt am I wearing? Does that happen to any of you? Okay, well, mine's not very exciting today, but of course it's still mathy. You ready? That's it. Pie. Yeah, I know I had another pie shirt, but this is a good one too. Pie. There you go. Okay, so today what I have planned for you is to work on a mini project. You can work with your team. I'm fine with that to check your answers and things, but each person is going to turn in their own. Yes? Okay, so each individual person is going to turn in their own. It was a group assignment and then I changed my mind because you have a test coming up and I need to see each person's individual work. So that being said, I'll put the document in the chat for you. If you like to write on electronically, you can. If you don't, if you want to do it by hand because you're getting ready for the test and you want to do it by hand, you can do it by hand. It's not a big deal. Do it on paper and then upload it. Now, you should be able to finish that in class today. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to. I'm going to pull up the document so you can see it. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to, so this goes all the way back to S2. So you're going to organize the data into a chart with 5 intervals of equal width. So make sure they're equal width, okay? So don't make one really big. Like if you start at 20 and you go to 24, that might work. Then your next one should go 35 to 39, right? So think about your interval width and label those columns. You can do this on paper, I don't care. Construct a histogram, make sure it has everything. Again, you can do it on paper. I don't care. Remember your titles, remember your axis labels, remember all those things. Remember, if it's a histogram, you should know, should the bars touch? Should the bars not touch? Yeah? Okay. Calculate the sample mean. Okay. And whoops, sorry, show your work on these things, even if you do it on a calculator. Show me your work. Now, part D is where you're going to calculate the sample standard deviation. Some of you do it on a calculator, right? But now you have to show me all your work by hand. So you're going to take the data value, and data value is from up here, right? It's these data values. Then you're going to subtract the mean from it. You're going to square the deviations and you're going to sum the last column. And then finally, you're going to round to the nearest hundredth. So if you use your calculator, that's fine to verify your results. But on this assignment, you have to do it all by hand. Yes? Okay. And then you're going to compute the 5-number summary. And you should have units on all of those. And then you're going to make a box plot. Make sure you have a title. And then you're going to answer these questions. Write a sentence that states the mean in the context of the problem. In other words, you can't just say the mean is whatever. You have to go back to what this problem is about, which this is the ages of baseball players on a team. And then what does the sample standard deviation mean? And do you think the mean or the median is a better measure of central tendency and why? And which data display do you prefer, the histogram or the box plot, and why? So these answers to these last 4 questions should all be in complete sentences, okay? So I don't care if you write on this electronically or if you do it all on paper, but each person has to turn in their own, okay? Any questions before you start? Okay, so I'm going to put you in your breakout rooms according to your color teams, just so you don't have to work together, but I think it's a great idea to check your answers, right? And then call me in if you need any help on this. Sorry, it'll take me a minute to get these together. If you finish early, you can work on your homework, but make sure you get this turned in. And I'm grading this like it's a quiz. All right, let me know if you need help. I think I put you in the right room. Hello, hello. Not everybody's back yet. So we'll wait till everyone gets back and then we'll update and I'll give you your exit ticket and we'll talk about tomorrow and what's homework tonight. All right, welcome back. I don't know who finished and who did not finish. So let's go through purple team. Malachi and Yesenia, did both of you finish?
Yeah, I
I
think.
did.
Yay, excellent. And make sure you wrote complete sentences on that last part and you double checked everything. How about, I think it's blue team, Aaron, Amari, and Ashley. How'd you do?
I didn't finish.
Yeah, I think I am just beginning on the just the summary part of it. Other than
Okay.
that, that's it.
Okay. You too, Ashley?
Yes.
Okay. How about you, Amari?
It's like halfway.
Okay, perfect. Amanda, Dom, and Olivia, how'd you guys do?
I think we're about halfway through everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Angelina and Deshay?
We
We both
finished.
finished.
Excellent. And then AJ, Jenday, and Valerie.
Same thing, halfway. We just have the
Okay.
question and the standard deviation graph. But I'm doing that right now, and then we'll be done. All we have to do is answer the questions.
Perfect. So remember, I just put your exit ticket in the chat. Remember to double check everything before you turn it in. It's not due until tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. But you're going to have other assignments piling up too. So you don't want to wait too long. I just didn't want you to freak out. Okay. So, because this does count as a quiz. So double check everything. Make sure you upload it. Each one of you upload your own. And then you have, if you look at our homework for tonight, that's weird. Because I updated this and it's not updated here. Okay, so don't look at that exit ticket, but that homework is right. It should say S5 textbook reading quiz and the mini lesson are due tonight. Your project is due tomorrow night. The exit ticket I put in the chat should be the right exit ticket. So don't get behind on your more homework, okay? Because these last couple of sections are challenging. Okay, so just do your exit ticket, and when you're done, you can leave, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be starting S5. So Aaron, you just had a rounding issue. Okay. Do you want me to explain that, or do you know what you did?
No, I know what I did wrong. I
Okay.
didn't know what place it was talking about.
Okay, yeah, so be careful, practice that. If it says, I think it said the hundredth, right?
Yeah,
So hundredth is the second place value, tenth is the first, and then hundredth.
got it.
Okay. It does get confusing. Sometimes it'll say places, sometimes it'll to the hundredth. Right answer, you just rounded wrong. Good job, Valerie. Good job, Jende.
I finally figured it out this class.
That's all right. We're not taking the test yet, so good job. Better to figure it out now, right?
I know, hopefully I don't freeze like that video said.
Nope, you won't, because you're going to try all those things. Olivia, great job.
Thank you.
Yep, you figured it out too, right?
Yeah, finally.
Okay, good.
Okay, bye.
Bye. See you tomorrow. Good luck with your computer today.
And I have a Chromebook too for that I'm using for my laptop. But I think I have